Kevin Jazrael Davis was brought in for questioning after he went and knocked on a couple's home and confessed to murder. A murder that shocked the whole of Corpus Christi. The following is a 911 call that the couple made.
911, location emergency.
Yes, ma'am. Someone just knocked on my door. He's here at my door right now, and she wanted me to call 911 because he said he just murdered someone.
Okay, and he's there right now?
Yes, ma'am, and I'm scared.
And he said he murdered someone?
Yes.
Okay, is there any way that maybe I can speak to him?
Would you like to talk to 911 on the phone?
Sure. Hello?
So what's going on, sir?
So, as I said, I've murdered someone, actually.
The murder he confessed to was the murder of his own mother, Kimberly Hill. Kimberly was a dedicated mother to her children, Kevin and Desiree. She was also a Marine corporal during the Gulf War, where she served as the only woman. When the police arrived, Kevin surrendered and confessed once again to the murder of Kimberly, claiming that he had killed her with a hammer. They went to Kimberly's apartment, and what they found on the other side was so horrifying to even imagine that a son had done that to his own biological mother. The details that are about to follow are sensitive and may not be suitable to all audiences. The officers found Kimberly deceased on her bed. She was partially naked and lying on her back. Her skull was severely crashed, as Kevin later admitted to striking her over 20 times with a hammer. But if you think that that was the worst, I will tell you right now that you are terribly mistaken. Kevin had also left notes for both the police and for Desiree to find. In one note he wrote, "Chase me," which he may have left for the detectives to find. He also wrote another one for Desiree which stated, "Don't lose your head, she might yet live, although I doubt it. Hurry, Desiree." Desiree lived with her boyfriend in a separate apartment. This fact alone saved her life, as Kevin had planned on ending her as well.
How about your sister? What's your sister's name?
Desiree Hill.
Is she okay?
She is okay, yeah.
Okay. Where does she live?
At an apartment actually very near here. That big kind of Hispanic thing, like Spanish-looking building.
Mm-hmm.
It's an old apartment complex with a code.
Was it a fantasy of yours to kill her as well?
It was.
Did you write down that on your note?
Oh, I did, actually, but I decided against it because, well, I'd had my fill of killing. I didn't seem a little much.
Mm-hmm.
A little too excessive, yeah.
Desiree came to speak to the police.
She doesn't want to be talking to you on the phone. I'm sorry I had Desiree.
Hi.
Sorry. Okay. We're working a case right now. You can keep over your brothers.
He killed my mom.
What was the last time you saw your mom?
We just went to... Last night.
At what time?
She told me her and Kevin got in a fight. And he was just being disrespectful. And just saying real hurtful things. She called me. She said she called me when she felt stronger.
Okay.
And
Who got in a fight with him?
Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin was just being disrespectful or something, and it was something as simple as this commercial came on for eHarmony or some dating site or something, and he just out of the blue said, "Yeah, Mom, you gave up on love," and she said, "No, Kevin, I didn't give up on love, but even if I wanted to find love and I couldn't and have anybody over because you're here." And that's my mom. Really, she loves this kid. She was just. It's not like they had a horrible relationship. He just.
Mm-hmm.
He really. I can't think right now.
Right.
He really has social issues. He was kind of born just different. He had severe ADHD. He really doesn't have any friends. his dad is no good, you know. He came to live with me for a little bit, and she wanted him back, you know, for one last chance, like we can make this right, to start going to school and stuff. And she just bought him a $100 jacket that she knew he'd just throw on the floor just because she thought he'd like it, you know. She cared about him. She didn't just. My mom's not cruel, you know. He would pop off at the mouth and tell her crazy stuff, you know, like, you know, you fat bitch, stuff like that, and she would just like let it eat her alive, you know. Like yesterday, she was just really upset, and I was just trying to calm her down, and she said, yeah, you know.
Right.
When's the last time you saw Kevin?
Fisher, your face right now. The last time I saw Kevin is when we went out to eat. And her and my brother picked me up. And,
What day was that?
I don't know. I have to look back on my phone or something.
But was he acting just like he always does, or was he acting different?
He was acting normal. I'm pretty sure that this is just a spur of the moment type of thing.
He's always had a few issues?
Yeah. Like when he was little, out of nowhere, like he would just draw shit that was bad. People getting shot, stuff like that for no reason.
Has he ever threatened to kill you or your mom?
Never.
Or anything? Okay.
No, never.
Well, we're gonna tell you this. We haven't told anybody else, but he wrote some notes before he did what he did.
Oh,
We were
wow.
worried about you because
Okay.
You were on the list.
he was planning on killing your mom and killing you, and then leaving town.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, it's not. He admits it's not crazy. He admits it. You know,
It was a fantasy.
He's got issues.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he's got issues. That's what he says.
Holy.
You were on the list. I was worried about you. I wanted to make sure you were okay. And he said he hadn't hurt you yet.
No.
Yet.
My mom did not deserve this.
No.
I was telling her last night, you don't deserve this, you don't deserve this. And she was just like, yeah, I don't. I really don't.
Okay. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to give the medical examiner your information. Okay? And what you need to do now is...
Yes, I look her.
Yeah, how much family...
My mom, she's fucked up.
This is it. This is after 8 years.
Yeah, this was my family. It was my mom
You need to
and my
do
brother here.
anything you want to ask for us. What you think? We may have an answer if you want.
How is he?
No, I don't want to hear that right now. Really? How was my brother during all this? Was he just straight-faced?
Yes.
He's here in another room. Okay. Supposed to doing it. So he admits doing it. He's got no bones about it.
I can't believe it. I guess they're gonna find out now, right? How she died or whatever.
If you're ready for it, I can tell you. If you're ready for it. If not, we can hold on.
I gotta just like get it out. I can't just draw this out, you know.
You need it.
All right.
It's all right now. That's all we have.
That's so fucked up. That's worse than stabbing. That's worse than.
Did she?
Oh my God.
Yeah, he did.
Did you say how he was gonna kill me?
Huh?
Did you say how he was gonna kill me in the letter?
Probably the same way as her.
No.
Yeah. But he
Can I
had,
see his face?
he had you on your list.
Can I see his face?
We're here to listen to you.
Why are you here? What happened?
Tell us what happened.
Well, has anybody gone to the house yet? Do you really?
We know what happened.
We have, but we want to hear it from you.
Or we have an idea. You're the only one that can tell us. Start at the beginning, man. What caused all this?
Well, the very beginning, I asked my mother for permission to die, or rather kind of commit suicide. I'm bored with life. I don't like life. I don't like people. I don't like living it, basically. There's really anything depressing about it. It just is what it is. And so I wrote the note. I did.
When did you write the note?
Around 6-ish, 7-ish.
Today or yesterday?
Yesterday
Yesterday, okay.
That's in the afternoon or morning?
afternoon.
Okay. And then what happened?
And then,
She get upset with you?
well, no, actually, I mulled it over. And then on a whim, actually, I turned it over, wrote a plan to kill both my mother and my sister, quite frankly, because that's always been a thing of mine. I'm a bit of a pervert.
Yeah. Is it like a fantasy thing?
It is, actually. So, that didn't happen. The best laid plans never work out, apparently, or at least the one scribbled on a piece of paper, because she had decided she was sick of this stuff, and she was going to go send me to live with my sister again. And so I kind of leapt off in a fury and just did it right then and there.
Okay. You did what?
Well, I tried to strangle her with a cord, a ripped cord from a video game console controller. That didn't work, huh?
Where was this at, your father's finger?
She was sitting on the couch watching TV.
Okay.
That didn't work out too well. She started screaming, and so I went to her room, opened a drawer at the very bottom to the right. I pulled out a hammer. I went back in the living room, and, well, you kind of get the gist from there. And, she was out pretty quickly. Kind of tried to play dead at first, but then I finished it.
So you hit her with a hammer when she was sitting in the sofa in the living room?
No, first I tried to strangle her, and that didn't work.
Right.
She grabbed the cord, so I raced back into her room, grabbed the hammer, came back out, and then did it.
Okay. How many times did you hit with the hammer in the living room?
The details that are about to follow are sensitive and may not be suitable to all audiences. But before we dive into the gruesome details of this case, like and subscribe for more from this channel.
At least 20, but then she was still alive. I dragged her into the room, as you probably clearly saw, and then I kind of wormed my hands into her brains to kind of just cut it. She was still snoring.
Okay. So she was still alive?
She was still alive.
And you went in there and you kind of grabbed those brains?
Yeah, just finished it.
Alright. Did you use a knife on her?
Actually, I was going to, but no, I didn't get to do that.
Did you, I guess you never got to stab her with a knife?
No.
It was all with a hammer?
It was all with the hammer in my hand.
Where did you hit her with the hammer?
The head.
All in the head area?
All in the head, I believe. I may have gotten her hand because she was covering herself.
Is this in the front or the back of the head?
Top, back, mainly. No, actually the entrance wound is around yonder somewhere here.
Okay.
And then, so when you dragged her to the living room, to the bedroom, you kept on hitting her there?
Yeah, I kind of went.
That's where that's when you reached in and grabbed the brain?
Yeah, I kicked at it a bit. Then I just, that was kind of silly, but then I just decided to reach in and kind of just do it.
And then what did you do after that?
Then I had sex with her corpse.
You did? Okay. Did you come inside her?
I did, actually.
Have you ever done that before, like had sex with her?
No, I haven't, actually.
This is just the first time?
Oh yeah, I lost my virginity to a corpse.
Notice how in a casual way he says how he lost his virginity. It is as if it is a very normal thing to him. When asked if he felt sorry he did this to his mom, he said,
In a way, yes, but I wouldn't take back what I did. It's strange, really. I did love her. In a way.
Has she been mean to you?
Oh, no, she's been the best mother.
Okay, so she is nothing that she did?
Oh, absolutely nothing, no.
If I was to ask you, what did she do to deserve this, what would you answer?
Absolutely nothing. I'm a
Terrible
cruel,
person.
disgusting person. Yeah, basically.
How'd you come up with the idea to kill her and have sex with her?
How did I come up with it?
Yeah, was it?
It's been a developing
Just,
idea. My brain.
But you haven't gotten ideas from games or videos, or you're not into some of those dark games?
Some things inspired me, but they did not necessarily plant the seed. You get me? They didn't plant the seed, but they did egg me on, rather, I guess.
Is that the books you've been reading?
Not necessarily. I watched them. I recently got into watching some foreign movies, creepy stuff, not necessarily mainstream horror, the kind of stuff that you keep away from.
Oh, okay. So are you into witchcraft? Anything like that?
No. Not right. I guess it sounds kind of, strange.
I'm just interested because it's something unusual and you're here telling us about it and you appear to be a nice guy. You appear to be a good guy. You're not yelling and screaming
You
at us.
seem very rational.
You're very rational. You appear to be a good guy. This is what I'm trying to figure out, that's all.
If he would not have been caught, would he kill again?
I would kill again.
How about us? You think you want to kill us?
Oh, no, rather, men aren't my thing, actually.
Women.
Yeah,
Okay,
Do you have a girlfriend?
I don't.
You
I've
don't?
never had a girlfriend.
No.
I'll tell you what, give me your fancy of killing a woman. What would your fancy killing would be? Your ace killing, what would that be?
This is a little peculiar. I'm on camera. Okay,
I'm not surprised at what I'm going to hear, but you tell me.
maybe dressing up in a nice suit, sneaking into her house, disabling her boyfriend. I'd bring a pretty dress with me to dress her up in. I was always into strangling, but after that last blunder, I guess maybe something big and sharp would be more along my thing. Then I could, I don't know, probably decapitate her, as I prefer my women dead.
Okay.
I would dress her up. I'd stitch her up. Kind of try to work the head back on, perhaps. And then I'd go to town, and it would be a night to remember. And then I'd kind of just burn everything and run for the hills.
Kevin confessed to every detail of his crime. Kevin was found guilty and was sentenced to 60 years in prison.